Bula vinaka again, children. Thank you for tuning in to this online session on the story of Fijian mats. Fijian mats, or imbe as it's known in Fiji. So saying hello to all the children of Fiji and from the three confederacies of Kumbuna, Burumbusanga and Tovata, and to all the Fijian children all over the world. So today we'll be going through some processes of how a mat is woven. So we'll go back to learning about the actual plant and all the steps that is involved until a mat is woven. So I'm not sure how many of you has actually seen a plant such as this. So this is the Pandanus plant. Okay, so the Pandanus plant is actually the original plant where the Fijian mats are woven from. So here we are. We're going to go through a couple of steps on what our bumbus or grandmothers or nana, our mothers, follow in order to weave our beautiful Fijian mats. Okay, so here, step number one, so they have to go out into the plantation or to the bush to harvest the pandanus. Okay, so if you notice the plant or the picture I was showing you, it has thorns on the side. So you'll notice the lady here is wearing gloves. So it's quite a tedious task. So you have to be very careful that you don't hurt yourself. Step number two is the women have to bring the pandanus leaves or the voivoi, in this case here, to a shed, and they sit down as a group and they have to de-thorn the pandanus. So they have to take away the thorn. Step three, after the thorns are taken away, then they have to boil them. So they have to coil them, okay, coil them, all the leaves when it's green, and they have to put them in these large pots for them to be boiled. And after the boiling of the pandanus, then they have to sun it to make them dry. And then when it's dried, then they have to make kind of bunches of 10. So they have to pile them up into bunches. So bunches of 10 is, and then 10, then they have to make 100 of them. So 10 times 10. Okay, so 1 imbuki. So 10 leaves is 1 imbuki, and 100 is 1 buto. Okay, so very interesting to note the numbers, how they number the leaves of the voivoi. Number 5, after they have the buto or the muki piled together, then they have to uncoil them, okay, to like straighten them, and then they have to coil it. So it's kind of like a two-way process. They have to smooth them out, okay, smooth them out, and then they have to make them into rolls or coils. Step 6, after they turn them into the coil, then they have to pull each one of them and they have to straighten it like what you see this lady is doing, and that is called in Fijian wawalui. Okay, so she has to straighten it out before she goes to step 7, where she has to use a sharp shell or bamboo to create strands. Okay, so she has to make segments or little strands. So depending on the type of mat she's going to weave, that is the size of each strand. Okay, and then the last part here, after the strands have been made, then she has to prepare to start weaving on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, when she completes weaving, then she decorates the mats with wool. And our women, if they can weave in groups, as you can see on the picture on the left, or you can weave your mat individually. So there you go, children. That's a very brief step-by-step methods of what our mothers or grandmothers do to weave a mat. I hope you enjoyed that short segment, and thank you so much for listening in, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also big vinaka vaklevo, and thank you to the Talanoa with Dr. T team for creating this wonderful resource and video. Vinaka vakalevu. Bye for now.